In the next few videos, we will learn how to set up a blank business card template, and we are going to create a template using inches, and we are going to create a template using millimeters. But I think that we will start with the latter. We will start with the template using the millimeters. So let's go to the File menu, and I'm going to choose New. Now, it's a good idea to name our template first, so I'm going to call it maybe something like Business Card Europe template, just like so. And for the profile, I'm gonna go with the print profile, because as soon as I do that, you can see that I got the proper units, which are millimeters in this case. The color mode is set to CMYK, and the raster effects or the PPI set to 300. By the way, if you can't see this tab, most probably you have this advanced tab collapsed. So just click on this little arrow and you will see all these color mode, raster effects, and preview mode options right here. Now, for this template, I'm gonna choose the 85 by 55 version of the business card. So I'm gonna go to this size tab, and for the width, I'm gonna go with 85 millimeters, and for the height, I'm gonna go with 55, just like so. And as you can see down here, we got the bleed options. So if I simply press this top bleed option twice, I'm going to add 2 millimeters of bleed. And of course, I am adding the bleed bow to top, to bottom, left, and right, because I have this link here checked. So I got the name of my template. I got the size. Of course, I chose the profile to be print, but as soon as I changed all these settings, it turned to custom. But turning the print profile already made the CMYK color mode and the raster effects 300 PPI active. And we added the bleed of 2 millimeters to top, bottom, left, and right. So all we have to do right now is to go ahead and click OK, just like so. And as you can see, we got this red border around our business card right here. And this red border actually marks the bleed. So we got the bleed and we got the main size of our business card. So how does this all help us? And by the way, there's an important thing to remember when working with Illustrator or creating business card templates this way. So let me just create a simple rectangle for you, which will have the size of our business card. So it will be 85 by 55. I am going to make sure that I have align to artboard selected, and I'm going to simply move it. I'm going to align it to the artboard just like so. So now I'm going to go, notice that this rectangle has the black border. This is important here because I want to show you, I want to explain you one concept. So I'm going to go to the File menu. I'm going to save my file, but I'm going to save it as a PDF because most probably when you are working with when you want to give your client the final document, the final business card design, or you want to send it to a print shop, your safest bet is to go with the PDF. So I'm simply going to hit save, and I don't need the Illustrator editing capabilities preserved. I don't want to create Acrobat layers. I guess I'm going to go with Acrobat 5, but I do want to see the PDF after saving. So I'm going to hit PDF. And as you can see, let me just go to maybe the full screen. You can see that we have our rectangle right here that has the same dimensions as our business card, but we got this wide border around which marks our bleed. So we can see that we actually set the bleed, even though we can see it here inside our document view inside Illustrator. So now that we have the bleed and we have the right dimensions of our business card, which of course are displayed by the artboard. So now let's actually take care of the inner bleed of the save zone. So I'm going to select my rectangle and I'm going to go to the Transform tab. Now, we already know that typically the save zone or the inner bleed has or uses the bleed, the general bleed settings. So in my case, I want to have 85 millimeters, and I want to subtract the value of the inner bleed of on both left and the right side. So 2 plus 2 is typically 4. So I'm just going to go 85 minus 4, and I'm going to go 55 minus 4, and I'm going to hit enter just like so. So now I'm going to go to the View menu, guides, and I'm gonna simply click make guides, just like so. And this is how easily we can create a template for a business card. So we created a document with 2mm bleed settings, and then we created a rectangle that has dimensions of our business card artboard, and then we made it smaller to subtract the inner bleed or the safe zone values. So we subtracted 2mm on the left, 2mm on the right, and 2mm from the top and from the bottom, and then we turned our rectangle into guides. So just as a repetition, let's actually create a template, but using the inches. So we will create a business card template for the imperial markets. Let's call them like that. But we will do that in the next video.